All right, it's bumpy. It looks like sugar.
What
Keep blowing.
is that?
Keep blowing. It's furry. Looks like could be. Ooh, snowball extraordinaire. Peanut. Fascinating that some of it blew out. All right, Jake's going, but he's got number 3.
Number 3?
What size fruit is that? 2.
This is number 3.
Then what? I just said number 3.
I was questioning.
Okay, here is what's going on.
People don't know what that means.
This is the size frit that we're using.
Ho!
And let's
swept this floor, Jake.
look at this melted, but this stuff did not here because we're making snowmen and we wanted to show you.
It's a cool pattern.
Right?
As cool as that pattern is, though, if you were to rub your snowman with your palms, you'd probably slice them open.
Let's leave that there for a second. I want to pick it up in a minute.
Leave that there?
Yeah. Because these are the size, if you're Dale Chihuly, you call them Jimmies. But if you're the Glass Academy, you call them number 3.
All right, folks, it's another beautiful week. This is show 297.
297 in the house.
We really do. I am a
In the
proponent
house.
of re-establishing the clapper. How many of you guys remember the clapper when we would start up the show and it would have the photographer and it would have, you know, the show number and we'd be like, whoosh, and start it up. It was pretty sweet.
That's got to be 100 episodes.
You never saw the clapper?
I've never seen the clapper.
Oh boy.
You know why I didn't?
I showed up, Jake.
You know
It was
why
a good time.
I
Sorry,
didn't
Oliver.
like it is because that it's too small.
Well, if we want to get a jumbo clapper, let's find one. But welcome to the show, folks. This is 297. It's been confirmed. And we are featuring, making, and on the virtual gallery representing our Glass Academy snow people. And we've got Chris over here. Snow people are a time-consuming product, so Chris has pre-show prepped the first body of this snow person process, and we're going to dive into it tonight. If you have questions, let us know. Talk to us in the chat. You got Chris, myself. You want to wave at the camera? There she is. The bell ringer, Michelle. Over here we got Oliver. You guys might know him.
We'll give them the mic later on.
And Bess.
Bess.
And James.
And we've got James, who's the wheel spinner tonight. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I did save one, so I guess we could sweep up the others.
All right, we'll pull out the broom as Chris starts to shape this up. Oliver, if I get the broom, you want to give him a puff?
We've already got a bunch of people logging in tonight. Dana says, hey from Atlanta. Pat says, evening from Shelby Township. Carol says, hi from Sarnia. Angel says, good afternoon from Formosa, Argentina. I hope you have a great show as usual. Carrie says, hello, GA friends. Back home, safe and sound from Dearborn, watching from Connecticut.
Represent.
Robin says, hello, my peeps, watching from Dearborn. Vicky says, hello from Seattle. Katrina says, good evening from Chicagoland. Annette says, hello from Chicagoland.
Yeah.
Over on the YT, we've got Susan says, hi from Susan in Indiana. Looking forward to the show. Mary says, hello to the best glass blowing family in the world, checking in from Hudsonville, Michigan.
Woohoo!
Hudsonville.
And she also mentioned that everybody is wearing long pants tonight. Nobody is in shorts.
Matt was earlier, but
It's
he's
true.
gone.
It's true.
No, it is winter. Even though it was like 50 yesterday.
So, folks, we did a lot of custom snowmen this weekend. It was our in-house holiday show, and we're excited because we're in the rhythm. The same as pumpkin season. Once we've gone through a month and a half of prepping for actual harvest weekend, we're in the zone. We've got the mojo flowing, and it's super difficult to make a 3-bump snowman. To get those balls even all the way down, to have the color perfectly smooth, not have any tool marks where you don't need them other than those 3 constriction spots. And Chris is jumping right into it here.
Which way is his head? Is it where the small bump is?
That's right.
That is right.
He could be an
Unless we got a
upside-down
big-headed.
snowman.
Sometimes these snowmen think they know everything, and that's when you make them with the big head.
You know how like there's like the pear body, the different shaped bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, do snowmen have that too? Like, he's the wobbly
They
body.
absolutely do.
Every snowman is born differently. It's true.
It is true.
Blow, Oliver.
Can you take that?
Harder.
Well,
Beautiful.
Jacob's got the camera now, folks. You better watch out. It's been a beautiful week here in the shop. We had our long weekend, and just today we're getting back
Blow.
into the flow of things. Those of you that purchased those
Good.
amazing Venetian one and done and multiple extra ornaments on the show that were made last week, they were made today. They'll be in the mail on Thursday. Look at that. You notice that beautiful power coating of white. It looks kind of like a cream right now because it's so, oh, there's our new shirt. Because it's still so hot. That, when we just looked at what Chris had in his hands, it was probably like 1,400 to 1,600
Some
degrees.
eyeballs?
It's still moving.
Eyeballs.
So, once that cools down all the way, we'll go over our featured product table in a few here, and you're going to see the true power white of Snow People.
All right.
You want to lay 'em down? You want me to?
You can lay them down.
As we get into this process, folks, I believe this is the first time we've done Snow People on the show since probably back in like February of last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of intricate process behind
I'm
it.
gonna
And I'd like
about
to
like
see
right
if you
there,
guys
right
have
in the
any
middle of the face.
particular questions regarding the way these go
Yep.
down. And Bess will be monitoring it. James will be monitoring it. So will Michelle. I will as well.
Do the dots for
And here comes
two while
steady
you're at it.
hand Oliver.
One, just two.
Blasting
Three.
those beads on
Look at how
there.
fast he is.
He's good.
All
Oh,
right.
He's good.
So what was going on over here, Jake? You wanted to put the hat on?
Oh, yeah. I was just about to get comfortable.
This is a combo snowman.
Yeah.
I think I might jump in and make the scarf or something, but you're making some cool kind of signature style hat that you came up with, right?
Yes, and this will be a members piece. I like this one to be white with iris on top of it. And we could even swirl it up a little if we want. But we're going to go for that style hat minus the goggles. But number 6, the second snow person to be made with goggles this year. The first one received a lot of love. So we tripped and stumbled and made one more.
Are those goggles because it's so bright out?
Oh, it's
Like
'cause
the
he's-
reflection of the sun off the snow?
Yeah, on the mountain.
I mean, if he was starting to melt, he'd probably have like big ice balls right where his eyeballs are at because the goggles would stop his ice face from melting in that area, right?
Yeah. Something just like that.
That'd be crazy. I'd love to see that.
It's really cool when you can feel the even weight and distribution of a piece. And this snow person, this triple bumper, is pretty darn proportionate. Feels really good.
Jake did have his espresso before he started this hat, folks, just so you know.
Yep.
Bess and I went for something a little more mellow. We went for some lattes. So we kind of just knew that we were going to be riding this episode out real smooth and creamy.
We do get to the shop at 7:15 the next day, so I don't know how it quite works that we, whenever you're ready. Yeah, but it does work.
Oh, did you see that?
move?
See the lay down?
Beautiful.
That's kind of like a Jakeism hat application.
Well, one of you guys could grab the smaller Taglia.
Is it in there?
I reached for it, but I just couldn't find it. Ah,
It was too small?
just like this one's way too big.
Remember the Michelin Man? Feeling like a Michelin Man.
It's a lot of white. What color band are we going for? Golden band? I'll be putting the band on actually though. And then the tassel will swap.
Okay.
I don't even know if we've done these hats together, did we? I did
No,
it with
we
little
haven't.
Oliver. So the trick is making this look like it actually has motion. And actually the beanie I meant to wear on tonight's show is on my desk, which I'll go get after this piece to represent.
So you're wanting a gold band?
No, I'll be doing it.
What?
I got to do it.
Why? Want me to?
No,
I could do it,
I got the system down.
but I'm going to have to know the system. Come on,
let
folks.
me show you the system.
I know exactly what you have to do, and I know how to get there.
Out. Check this
Guess
out.
I'm putting it on then.
What?
Christmas gift from Carry Out, Connecticut. Absolute champion. Super cool. With help from Bess. You helped her put that together,
Yeah.
didn't you?
She
Behind our
asked
backs.
me to keep an eye on your hats and make sure you guys had nothing like it. So I have been very intently
You've been
watching
analyzing
your
the
hats.
hat game?
Yes.
I have 2 hats. Now I have 3.
Yep. I like
Well, what I will say is that this beanie doesn't show what I'm talking about. It's so brand new and stiff and straight off the press that it doesn't have the motion that you guys are going to visualize in this particular snow person hat, which again is a member exclusive piece.
It's like a traffic jam here at the Glory Hole.
it. Do you remember that optically twisted bola on the cowboy one?
Yeah.
And the color that we use for that?
Yes.
That would be a cool color for a brim of a hat.
All right.
You know how it goes metallic on another one, I'm just saying. It'd be really nice. So you, when is it
One
transfer?
more good heat and I should be good.
Into the mold, get some pattern on it. A marver.
You doing it from standing up?
Yeah. That was an ear buster. Sorry, everybody.
Do you want me to have his face looking down?
Face up, please. Little twist, little squitch. I'm coming right now. And then we'll trade back at the hole.
Audrey, who is 7, says your snowman looks awesome already.
Aw, thanks, Audrey.
Shouts out.
Oh, that's a good hat band.
Ugh.
Cut underneath,
I'll
reheated
finish
while
that
it's
up.
still molten, so we know it's sticking.
So now I can do the scarf?
Yeah.
Any color I want, eh?
Yeah, that was 1 coat of gold, 1 coat of tobacco.
So loyalty league colors, I can just go pimp.
Pretty much.
All right.
So this has gold in it, and it has that matte finish, kind of tree trunk color, which we might just have to have some sort of. Could you grab those diamonds on your way over, Oliver? Yeah. Super tree experience on this show, but we'll get more information on that in a minute here. So then we just drop this on.
What was production today?
Today was all the ornaments from last week's show.
Got it, because I'm looking at
The tray.
the tray when Jake goes to the glory hole. This is when you pull the bit and stretch it, you get these funny curls, and then that's the trim off of all the shot glass ornaments that were made. And then it looks like a couple blue ones might have bit the dust.
The dust biters. That sounds like a good drink.
Oh, want to write that one down, Bess? The dust biters?
Look at that little floppy hat.
Lovely.
I'm still pushing for a Merc water cocktail.
Merc water. Oh yeah. Oh, a lot of progress on the bar this week, folks. Chris can speak more about that, but the bathrooms are coming along. We got the doors on them. They're completely functional now. Now we just got to make them extra pretty. I have. Oh, yes.
Mike
Yes,
wasn't
I
on,
did
but I
too.
asked Jake if he
And they
used
work
the bathrooms.
very well.
Nobody really realizes that you do have to test the toilets because you don't want a customer to go in there and have the thing like explode on them.
And we had a crack in the other toilet. Our water bill was up. Did you see that? Our water bill was up like $150.
I didn't.
And
that's
they
why.
replaced one of the toilets. And he's like, yeah, you had a leak in it. And I was like,
Jeez.
well, then that explains it.
But just so you folks know, Jake did it for you. He tested all those toilets.
Amy says, hey there, people on YT. Hey, Amy, what's up?
All right, let's talk New Year's.
Take it away.
5 to 9. If you are a Loyalty League member, you're going to get a special invite to our New Year's party.
I will be watching virtually.
Bess will not be here. We've got some fill-ins. If you remember from show 200, Mr. Joe Smith is coming back. Look at that.
Oh.
Just putting it on him like it's a regular scarf.
Get cozy. Woo!
All right, if you have plans for New Year's, you can start out the night with us. The show will be 6 to 8, 300, live music, all kinds of goodness coming your way.
That move right there, you taking this back for me, Dad?
Yeah, for you want to gather up the arms?
Are you cutting those or anything or doing anything to them?
I'll take it back and check it out.
That move right there is what I was talking about when I said we're warmed up for a piece like this because, you know, we can pull that out right after a long season of doing pumpkins and do the first one of the year, but there's so many different things going through your mind at once with the heat, the timing, the thickness, how much stickability with the heat you have, where he's lining it up on the bottom, and then thinking about both sides being the same length and how they overlap. Inevitably, when you do a move like that, it's just like the first pumpkin stem of the year. You kind of forget about something. One little thing, and that one Chris didn't miss anything on. He's got it lined up on there perfectly. I gotcha.
And he'll also tuck the scarf down a little bit so that shipping and you don't knock the end of the scarf. It's more attached to the body.
Right.
And so you don't have to worry about it getting shipped to you. It's easy peasy.
Yeah, it's good looking. So this is a members only piece. Then we're going to get into a custom order we've got on the show. The table's going live at 6:30, and every snow person on that table is a one and done, typically during the holiday season. For our general customers, maybe people who have never even seen the show before, on the website we stock the top hats, the cowboy hats, and the Santa hats.
Give me a
But
dime.
it's
stock
when
some of
we
these.
have
Real
a
quick.
show
Yes, limited
that
edition.
we've got
Gotcha.
the specialty ones.
And of course, the three bumpers. They're like the penguins, you know. These are so involved and so unique and one of a kind that it's not something we can carry as a multiple replicatable item on the website. So the three bumpers that are made available tonight and the one, number 12, that's on the virtual gallery, those are most certainly one and done opportunities. It's an incredible story, love story right there between gravity, time, and heat.
I was like, who's the love story between the arm and the man?
It's a trifecta of love.
What about the love story between a man and his shears?
Dun, 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 dun.
Shears to sculpt all that.
There's a pretty good love story there.
You definitely want to sleep with them under your pillow, guys.
Keeps you warm.
Don't let people at them.
And I guess since I haven't heard a technical question yet, keep an eye out for this answer, Bess. Why might we put the schnoz on at the very end?
I
You
know,
know,
I
with
know.
all these extra additive bits right now and additional larger pieces going on top of and around the schnoz zone, why might we not do that in the very beginning? Let's hear it. Give them a minute to answer. I know somebody's going to get it out there. We got some amazing glass artists and some amazing connoisseurs of glass watching tonight.
Is this guy going to be holding something?
I think we've got a really hardcore custom order to do. What do you think he's holding?
Candy cane.
All
I can
right.
do it real quick. You want to hold them for me? Keep them hot?
Sure. I'll just babysit this.
Babysit it, baby.
How many out
We've got
there?
a whole, huh?
I was gonna say, how many people out there have babysat in their life? Is that still like a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? What's the going rate? Put it in the chat. What's the going rate of a babysitter?
I'll make my guess. I would say probably like $27.50 an hour.
I was gonna say, when you were
Plus
a
dinner.
kid, I don't even want to think about what we paid her, but I'm curious, what's the rate? Because it's cash, it's under the table, usually, right? 20 bucks? 15? How many kids? 17?
Depends on how old the kids are, too. Can you sit them down and just let them do their own thing, or is it like an infant?
Yeah, right? An au pair?
So I'm babysitting this piece. It's my responsibility to keep it all up to a temperature that it's not moving and losing its shape. We're not melting the tips of those arms, the tips of the scarves or anything like that. But it's also not too cold that it's going to crack and fall off the pipe. The reason I was kind of giving Chris a hard time about this extra added bit was because we've got a whole wheel to spin of one-of-a-kind, never-been-done-before styles of snow people.
I've got answers about the nose. I got people's guesses if I could read those off.
About the schnoz? Let's hear it.
Okay, so John says it'll cool too fast and explode. Dave says because it's small and can't take the reheats. Jody says because it's thinner and then the rest of it might snap. Let's see, over on the YT side, Max says so it doesn't get too cold and break, and Morgan says the tip of the carrot will melt. So what's the correct answer?
Dave and Morgan, champion answers. That's 100% true. It'll be the thinnest part on the whole piece, and pretty much every time, if I got to take enough heat in here, probably like 7 or so seconds to get the body back up to temperature, that little extremity,
That's right.
Yeah, extremity.
will melt down and eventually look just like number 5.
You want to torch the inside of that arm?
And you guys will have to wait
sit
till
down?
6:30 to see number 5.
Dave says, or the nose gives it life and allows it to draw its first breath, so you put it on the last.
That's very spiritual
I like that.
and traditional, Dave.
The first breath. Oh!
Michelle, to answer your babysitting hourly pricing question here, Oliver's
Just the
grandmother
inside of it, yep.
says that she babysits Oliver for hugs.
Right in there.
Oh, that's the best one.
There you go. What do you want him to be? This way or that way?
Probably that way.
Is it going on
Get
now?
it in there, yeah.
Nice.
And their best friend.
Very nice.
With elegance and class.
Table goes live in 5 minutes, just to give you guys a heads up. We've got a lot of amazing one-and-done snowmen available for you.
Don't forget to check out number 5 and that schnoz.
We've already had a
I'm gonna
lot
do
of
a quick
comments
table
about
run.
Al, you can start
This
up
was the end of the day on Sunday, folks. Matt and Oliver
Yeah.
had the hot shop to themselves, and Matt had made many a snowman body during this harvest or this holiday season, and all of a sudden, the final one of the day, Matt threw some antlers onto that snow person, and it's got a little red nose too, a melted down nose, on purpose.
All right, the candy cane. It's made different than we make our candy canes. There is a signature candy cane this year. It's the marshmallow stripe. It is red with these 3 white lines down it, and every candy
You ready?
cane sold, we're donating
Yep.
$2 to Forgotten Harvest. And so that'll be just in time for Christmas. They'll be able to enjoy it. We've got some canned food that we're taking over there, as well as a nice hefty donation.
All right, so to recap, this is the first triple bumper beanie snow person of the year with a red and white candy cane.
Red and white.
Red and white
Peppermint.
classic candy cane.
It's a peppermint, my
Well,
friends.
And it's spearmint and wintermint are both green.
Yep.
All right, and then you got your classic tree trunk stick arms. And it looks like the orange schnoz has been added, which doesn't look orange, but it'll be bright orange. And we still got to iridize this.
Who's doing the patty?
I don't know. Is Oliver or am I?
I thought Ollie was, but
Oliver, you can
are you
get after that.
gathering ball or no?
nah. I'll give these guys a little look at this crazy pup.
As we admire this, I'd like to give a real big shout out to both Matt, Oliver, and everyone else who contributes to the complexity and intention behind the bases that have been dropped this year.
The bases, like first base, second base?
That's right. And third base.
About fourth base.
That's actually called
Home
plate.
run. I mean. But seriously, when we go over the table, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Each base isn't just being thrown onto the marver. We're intentionally adding color, swirling it the same way each time, and making it an actual snowy base that has curls and tendrils of snow going through the clear recycled glass.
Okay, so here's the deal. Oliver's dipping it up. Why do we add these bases? There's a few reasons. One, it gives it something nice and sturdy to hold on to, so the snowman is not wobbly. It's also because it's solid. It gives it a really nice structure. It's flat. Your cat can't walk by it and knock it over. It is strong. It is sturdy. And it's the way that we have learned to make the best snowmen possible.
Look at this guy.
No, I'm looking at the puddle.
And there's a shape. That's what I mean. That is the guy.
Oh. Sorry. And then we stamp the puddle too. That's how we sign
Yeah.
our pieces.
I mean, this isn't intentionally, it looks just like a blob, but I swear it makes these pieces more valuable and more attractive to look at. Actually, can we just keep looking at it? Because the white's coming back in front of our eyes. It looked clear just a second ago.
Smidge closer to me.
Watching you guys put down a patty is one of my favorite things to watch, just because it's like all goopy.
Yeah.
And it's slowly stiffening up. The timing of Oliver doing this, he's doing it, he had to pull that marver back a little bit, but if you go right away and stamp that, it's a big old psh, and it just sticks all the way down on the bottom. By waiting a second, and he picked this perfect little nub corner that's to present the GA stamp to your eyeballs.
Put that.
It's just super tastefully done.
Don't really
And
have
I'm
anywhere to
glad
grab
you,
them.
oh boy.
We got
You want to
other
use the
grabber.
claw, or you want to use the grabbers right
Better
there?
hurry up.
Yeah, we better hurry. Someone get some heat on
Someone
the
better
puddle.
hurry up.
Guess we're going this way.
I don't know, man.
Jeez.
Get some heat on that puddle.
Wow.
It's in there.
It's looking good.
The old final move, folks. Hold on, I gotta just torch his face real quick. Just give him a little bonus mojo.
He's ready to go, Oliver.
I go grab him just like this.
Yep, I'm underneath, very bottom. There you go. You got him.
That's the other part of the job I
Number
don't
3.
like.
Oh, he has to travel a long way with
Yes,
him.
he does. In the cold shop.
No comments allowed. Very nice. Steady.
All right.
Wow.
Only for the loyalty leagues. Got to sweating first thing.
Seriously.
I love it.
That was a sweet piece, though.
All right, looks great.
So that was a members-only piece, available only to our Loyalty League members. And I've got some fast fingers tonight, so that is already available
Jeez.
through your link that was emailed to you.
Son of a gun.
Ooh, and I think the website is live. It is 6:30.
It is 6:30. Website is live.
All right.
Should we go over the wheel?
We could take a look at the wheel, and we'll get this custom order going as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
You want to go over the wheel?
Yeah, let me describe the wheel. So James has been hired tonight to spin the wheel. His role is Vanna in a new way.
Give it a good spin.
How many people remember Vanna White?
Look at that.
Woo! We've been training all day long. So the first one is going to be Dr. Seuss style hat.
Nice.
Thank you, James.
Very,
Thank you.
very nice. Dr. Seuss, sir. But we're doing the custom tree first?
Yes. This is an unknown recipient. It's going to be a gift, probably a Christmas gift. But we're going to take it to our second generation tree zone. And
Does the tree
Do
have
we
a Dr.
have-
Seuss hat on it?
no, that was just a pre-spin
We
for
have
the
a-
next piece.
Yeah, it is. It was a time killer.
Yeah, that
Hey,
was a free spin. We were supposed to explain what the
That-
snowman wheel was, not
Yeah.
just go over there and spin it.
No, we
It
were.
was a false spin.
You're calling it a false spin?
I'm calling false spin.
He just doesn't want to make a Dr. Seuss hat.
I wrote that one on there, and I do, but it's a false spin. It wasn't ready. We were supposed to go
Hi, Donna.
over. Yeah, it was practice to make sure we got enough grease in the gear back here in the back. We greased it up real good, so it's got some good flow to it, but we wanted to talk about all the different things. We got the cowboy snowman, we got the earmuffs, we got the Santa hat, we got the beret, the top hat, the snowman, or the snow witch with the broom. Boy, if we get that one, look out.
Is the samurai on there?
And she does have some type of power like Santa does, because he can fly and she can, so maybe you got a snow witch flying around, landing on roofs. She could be green too.
Oh, for what you call
Yes. Well, just because
it?
most
Wicked.
wicked witches are green.
But, like, don't we want to avoid green or yellow snow?
Well, she could just be, well, what is it? Pea or green snow is puke? Like the omen puke? I think algae snow. I think
Yeah.
it could just be a spearmint snow witch.
Why
man.
is puke green? Like
Because it all came from the omen when that weird girl like puke projectile puked green stream.
I think I'd freak out if I puked green.
There's the evidence right there by Jake's hot glass. See
I
the
almost went into
the
the phantom
espresso
color.
cup, guys? That's
All right,
it.
Bess, what do we got in the chat? Let's get this
Let me
train
just
rolling
explain
somewhere
real
else.
quick what is going on right now.
17 things to say right now, Jay.
I have no idea what's being talked about.
What's going on?
We're starting on the trunk of this tree.
I went over and did pictures of the tree.
Oh, you did? Of the bubble tree?
Yeah, over there.
Oh, all right. So they know what we're talking about.
And then I did the enamel pin, too.
Oh, well, take it away, Bess.
Oh, okay.
No pressure.
Cool. As far as comments go, we have got a lot of chaos going on in these comments right now.
Oh, boy.
All over the place.
We didn't instigate it.
Mary says she just snagged her first snowman and she watched him come to life.
Let's go,
So
Mary.
That free bumper is going home to Mary. Congratulations.
Congrats.
John says a tree with a hat would be outstanding.
Oh, fun.
Tree with a hat.
Tree with a hat.
A tree with the elephant trunk.
We make all sorts of trees into hats. We've never given a tree a hat before.
We do.
Got my brain in a pretzel right now.
We make trees into
For
hats.
the gnomes.
Trees into hats.
Yeah.
We just did a whole bunch of gnomes with
Yeah.
tree hats.
Oh my gosh.
Now you gotta make a tree and put a hat on it.
Oliver, all right. You're all right, Oliver. You're all right.
So
We'll
you
get
guys,
by the bus together.
you guys are watching Jake make a bubble tree right now, and we have a brand new pin here in the studio for our bubble tree pin.
That's right.
So I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the chat because I know some of you are avid collectors of our pins, but if you'd like a bubble tree pin, we do have them now available.
Do you know how many custom pins that we have based on our products with the GA
I
stamp
think
on
14.
them? 14 different pins.
Because when I put it in, it was number 14. That's assuming all the others are in there.
Can you guys help me remember to iridise the trunk when we're done with this? Oh, we'll be putting gold bubbles on it, so we will remember.
All right.
Why is there an empty mystery tray?
Don't forget to give it the bling bling.
That's
Thank
the most
you.
expensive print right there. the
Yeah,
clear.
you saw me put it on, too. It's right there. So I'm gonna go for it here. This is gonna be a blown trunk that we are going to sculpt a squirrel.
Really?
You're gonna sculpt a squirrel or you're gonna sculpt a squirrel hole?
Squirrel hole.
So
That's-
like a
that's the
knot?
end of the sentence.
A
Yep.
knot hole?
That's right.
Maybe a burl?
A what?
Burl?
BURL.
That can't be a real word.
It is, isn't it? That's the knot in a tree is a burl.
A burl is what's left in the tree trunk when you slice it and you have a knot that's
Right.
disformed all around that looks really beautiful. The favorite part of the tree to me.
Burl Ives, isn't that the guy?
I'm gonna make a
Thank you.
hole.
For a little mammal.
Squirrel. So I really just got it all gnarlified, and I'm blowing the bubble into it right now, and we're gonna see what happens.
Do you know this is a bubble tree and it's a fantasy tree? So does it have to be a squirrel? Could it be like another animal you make up?
No, it could be like a what?
The Keebler elf, the ones that make the cookies?
With
Ah.
a cookie in his hands, a little mini one.
Yeah.
Could
I was
happen.
thinking more like one of those puppets from the Dark Crystal.
Or
With the big
hijack-
schnoz?
Yeah.
hijacking Jake's.
That's right.
When I was a kid, me and my friends called the Keebler Elf Company and asked them if they really use Keebler elves and like as their labor.
How old were you?
Old enough to know better.
You thought you were being
A really
funny.
nice lady on the phone got really quiet and just went, "You know I can't answer questions like that."
Ah, that's so cute.
All right, Oliver, you get ready to do the double tweezer move with me?
Oh, we got double tweezer.
I'm gonna make this a little bit taller.
So you're just pretty much the top of the tree where the canopy is going to be attached is closest to the pipe right now, correct?
That's right.
So you're going to yank out some gnarly roots
That's right.
that are going to be coming down into the ground, and they're going to kind of work as a trifecta to balance the whole thing. You're going to add any type of a mass of glass into the core underneath it for extra support.
Yes, there will be a thick Maurice.
I like that.
Good. Flipping.
Oh, you're going for 4?
Well, I really thought about the way that things stand level when I was trying to rotate the tires on my car today. And I had 2 car stand jack things. Like once you pump it up, you put them down on the stand. And in the end, neither of them were even tall enough to hold up the car. Neither was my jack. It was like 15
Because
inches.
you have like a raised truck.
Now it's taller, I guess. Yeah. So it
Your
didn't even
truck's
work out
not
in the end.
raised.
Well, it's just tall and leveled and more than 15 inches.
Might have one of those at home for you.
You probably had the old 1997 Taurus jack.
Yeah, I did.
You can't pick
No,
up a truck that
I
weighs
had a nice track.
2,000 pounds
I
more
have a
than
nice jack.
All
My
right.
buddy Shane gave me one. I
We
bought
got a
one
nice
off him.
one in the truck bay, a big.
I know. I forgot about that. But the whole moral of this story is that if I'm trying to change one wheel from the front left and put it in the back right, I can't hold the car up with just 2 points of contact.
'Cause
Having
it'll-
2 jacks, it would fall. So that's why we're having 4 instead of 2 on this tree, folks.
Perfect.
So
It
what?
all comes together.
That's right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
See how that
barely
works?
happened.
Welcome to the artist brain.
But amidst that all happening, this actually came out really, really nice, and I'm loving the color pattern right here. This gold and tobacco has a beautiful bark-like texture to it, and with really nice swirls in it. But also, I love this spot right here. It goes in. This is totally natural tree-like. It's got the inside side, and then these sides are coming out, and look at the way these tendrils come down into the,
It's like
action.
webbing on a duck foot, the in-between.
Do you want some extra tendril action there on the bottom?
No, I think that looks really beautiful
Are you
the
going
way it
to
is.
blow out the varmint hole
You didn't play.
I
now?
should do that right now. Thank you for that great
You're
suggestion.
very welcome.
I've got a comment from the basement.
Ooh.
Really?
Matt says, make sure it's gnarlified, boys. Extra gnarlified.
Yeah. Matt, we're going to see what we can do here.
We're not just going to see, we're going to make it happen.
And Matt, I don't know if you noticed, but I saw the first snow person jumping off that tree. Had some reindeer antlers on it. It's looking pretty good.
Already scooped up.
Right off the
Already
table, not the
scooped.
tree, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Hey.
rare one.
That is rare. No, I'm going to have Oliver give it the super blast.
Tell me when.
Yeah.
You get in the camera and see if you can get in there close, because then we could have Roland do the slow motion
Explodo?
blowout. Yeah. Oh,
That's so, like, I love watching it.
Whoa.
It's got to turn it sideways.
That's good.
that is a serious net.
What is going on? The tree just grew a schnoz?
Now that's a burrow.
That's a burrow.
Just leave it like
And
that.
it
It's
won't
fine.
go away.
Oh, look at that.
If any of that folds over onto the bike, it's going to look more gnarly
It's gonna
around
look
the opening.
gnarly
That's
and
going to look
amazing.
super
Oliver,
cool.
can't you make a mini owl or something?
That's freaking sweet.
I could.
And then we could have that thing and just jam them in there?
I got to borrow some soft glass from you guys.
Just bust it out real quick.
Bust
Oliver.
out. Let me pull this owl out of my back pocket.
Dave says he didn't know that there's Wi-Fi in the basement for Matt to be commenting.
Technology's incredible these days.
Oh, it's got some ooze coming out of it.
It really is from the dark crystal now.
Super nice. Now,
It
Jake,
is.
this grows on us pretty
It's for a
quick. Do you
chunky
want a punty
squirrel.
on a
Yeah,
blue
for
counterweight?
sure. No, not a blue. You're right. It does grow on us pretty darn quick. But no,
I got a blue one warmed up for you
you
already.
do?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it.
Okay.
But let me get a little Maurice on the bottom. Would be amazing as well.
Okay.
All
I
right,
kind of have a
folks.
medium Maurice and this
This
big
is
old
Chris.
gather actually.
And I surprisingly got
You're gonna use the
handed
rest for
the
the
camera,
funny.
which is rare.
Oh no.
So if you want to see anything real special, I'm in control. Just put it in the comments, and I will show you whatever you want to see. Maybe Jake Stock Martins. You never know, but put it in the comment, and Bess will tell me.
Or not.
Best keep them reined in.
I will attempt, but all bets are off when Chris has the camera.
No promises.
That's right. This is that Maurice, or that extra strong bit I was telling you guys about that Jake added to the bottom to punny up on, so that he's got a nice solid, he's got some little bit of extra weight in the bottom and some strength, and not just for sticking power so that that punty sticks on the real nice, but that mass of extra glass will hold the heat much better while he's sculpting, because there's going to be a lot of sculpting going on when we're dropping all these amazing bubbles onto the top of this piece.
Whoever's getting this piece as a Christmas gift is one
What, Jake?
loved person.
Tell us, Jake, right here. Look at the camera.
It's true.
All right. So Oliver's got a punny, and I'm talking to Oliver's got a punny, guys.
I've got a technical question for you guys.
Yes.
Beth asks, are there colors that can't be used together?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Chris knows all about those.
Yep, that's the bonus surprise that just makes you feel real bad when you take the piece out of the annealing oven. You thought it was going to be yellow and iridescent iris, and it just turns out brown and black and dark storm.
Well, James and I were just talking about the studying of color and the way they react and the way it goes down, and there's a lot of studying to be done on the reaction of colors. Some for the better and some for the not what you intended. But if you do know the way they react and you get very familiar with your color palette at your local shop, you can become a color expert.
Looking
Do you
good.
consider
looking good.
yourself somewhat of a color expert?
I feel I'm a color expert of what we supply and use here at the studio.
Well, we go through a lot of colors at the studio, a lot more than most studios, because we do use a lot of Fritz, you guys, and you see over here the color build up. But all those containers, and you can see the cool transparency of those containers. I've told this story before. For about the first 15 years we had the studio, we had all these colors, but they were in steel containers that you couldn't see the colors through them. So every time we were gonna make a piece, we had to use our memory to remember what the colors looked like. And it worked for a long time, and it was pretty amazing, but then all of a sudden somebody was like, why don't you just use transparent containers? And, you know, hey.
There you go.
I had a rocket scientry experience.
So anyway,
Yes?
we've got a plan, and you're involved in it. So in a moment, if Michelle would be interested in taking over the camera within the next 2 or 3 minutes,
Yes.
because we're going to start double teaming the foliage on this beautiful situation.
This beautiful trunk. Look at it.
Watch
It does
this
look
move.
like an elephant trunk right now, you guys. The end of it, that thing would pick up peanuts in a minute.
Man, these are fun to make.
So those are landing pads for our cool blown action.
How did that sound come through? Oh, Bess doesn't have her headphones on. I hope you guys heard that sound of the tree getting bent over. All right, it's go time.
You want to
This is
start off
going to be
how big?
a ridiculously fall themed, probably like a twice the size of a handle, probably like dropping a foot on the first, a little bigger.
You want something like the bubble's going to be
Yeah.
that big when you blow it out?
Maybe a hair bigger on the first 4, because I want to be
Oh.
able to push them and make the base wider, and then we'll make smaller
So
ones
bigger
going up.
ones, okay.
A little bit bigger on the first, and we'll do 4 to do the base layer in, and you guys just rotate the colors up, but I'd like to have
Just
kind of the darker
iris.
ones on the bottom,
Right.
like reds and oranges, and then getting lighter. I don't even
1,
think
2,
they're
3, 4.
listening.
Any color we want over here of the 4?
Reds and oranges first, and then getting into the yellows and golds more on the top of the tree. Yeah, one of the apprentices that I trained, we did put up circles on, yeah, right on the heat shield right there. But we ended up just not really using them. We were just still doing this move. So
Oliver, I did a
whatever.
red one. So you do something different.
That looks like a perfect size if you match that one, Oliver.
I'm going to blow it out and give it to you and flash it.
Please. Oh man, I couldn't have asked for a better lip on that. For not making one of these in a while, this was a product that was discovered and designed on the show earlier this year. This is looking really good so far. And maybe we should put the stamp on sooner rather than later. All right. I'm also making an intentional decision to make these a little bit on the thicker side compared to previous times we've done these, because the success rate wasn't that great. We found little cracks in the bubbles, so I'm going to leave a little less room for treachery. Hello? Good? Dad, would you hand me the small
The small what?
small tag again?
Yeah.
You want me
Oh,
popping
look
the
at
bubble
that.
in these, Jake?
Yeah, you pop the bubble and then we'll trade it up.
What color did you get, Oliver?
Iris.
So you go with orange or red, and then Oliver, you go with the opposite, either red or orange. And blow them out a hair less so I can kind of adjust here.
You got it.
Thanks. All right.
no specific questions. Robin says this is going to be a cool tree. There are some comments that we need more snowmen with antlers. Agreed. Let's see here. Hannah just put a question. Hannah says, what is the best quality in an apprentice?
That's a great question.
Being named Oliver.
What do you guys think is the best quality in an
orange.
apprentice?
Okay.
Barb says watching you guys work together is spellbinding.
We're going to have to answer that apprentice question after the tree. It's rare that I'm not interested in answering a question mid-show, but this is one of those pieces.
Oh yeah, where's your mic?
So this is orange, I believe.
What I have is orange.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This will be our third color. The trick is getting this canopy wide enough. It's the ratio of height to the tree to width of the top.
Ready.
And I intentionally made this tree a little bit taller, the trunk.
It is taller than normal.
Yeah, because all the ones that I've made so far, I fell in love with, especially the one that was re-gifted back to me.
Oh.
Shouts out, you know who you are. Unless you have them propped up at a high angle, you can't have them on a low table like a coffee table because you only see the top of the foliage. So I want this to be a little more versatile when it comes to the visual quality.
What color did you get, Oliver?
Yellow.
All right, so I'm still sticking.
Yellow.
Yellow's out there.
It's your favorite.
Dude.
Michelle says a good apprentice follows what the maestro says. She doesn't have a
Thank
mic
you.
on anymore. Amy says, could you do a sandman for Christmas in places where it doesn't snow?
A what?
A sandman.
I gotta think he's yellow. Maybe. Here, slide that a little closer. Let me tighten that down. One second.
The chat is pretty
Good.
quiet, which usually means everybody is engrossed in whatever you're doing. Oliver, do you have any story?
Oh, yeah, I have plenty of stories that I could tell right this very
Let's
instant.
go, Oliver. The other thing I'm trying to do is, you see the way I landed it so that I can cut the cut mark back into the center of the tree. That's something that we do on the gnome schnozzes and many other pieces. When you're using metal tools on a soft glass that wants to stiffen up as soon as you touch it, you got to find a way to hide those tooling marks. And so by pushing it there and then torching it and flattening it down, boom, it's right in the middle of the tree.
That's a red one.
Okay.
One
Look at an
thing-
orange one, Oliver.
One thing I will say, as far as stories go, this past weekend at Holiday Winterfest, Jake and I got to meet Loretta in person.
Yeah.
Super cool. We love getting to meet you guys in person, putting faces to names in the chats that we always see. Plus, it always makes me feel like a little bit of a celebrity. Like, it's super cool when somebody comes up to you and is like, hi, Bess, I just had to meet you. So, shout out Loretta. Thanks for coming and saying hey.
We met some amazing people this weekend.
Yeah, so Michelle says I could tell you guys the giveaway question for this week. Absolutely. So our question this week is actually pretty simple.
Blow
it
or no?
says, how do you watch The Gathering Point? Now, of course, you have your normal option of FB or YT, but tell us, do you watch it live with us? Do you watch a replay of it? Do you watch it by yourself, sipping on a cocktail? Do you watch it with a group of people, your family, your friends? Do you have any traditions every week? Do you watch it at work?
Oliver, let me get a.
Tell us how you watch it.
Let me get one flash first.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, we're getting wide here.
So to answer the giveaway question, you guys will send an email to enews@glassacademy.com.
They can start getting
Please
smaller
put
now,
your
you guys.
name and your answer in the email. And you'll get entered to win whatever we make for the giveaway, which will be at the end of the show.
What color? That's orange?
Orange.
Orange?
Real teeny tiny bubble in it.
Carrie was just telling me this weekend that she can't say the word orange anymore without saying orange in her head. We got you, Carrie. We'll start going a little smaller after this one, Oliver.
Yep, that's all our green pipes.
All right.
It's getting heavy.
Yeah, it is. Intentionally this time.
100.
Maybe like 5 or 6. As they get smaller, we'll start to round out the canopy up top.
I feel like tonight is flying by. We're already halfway through the show.
Jeez. Where does the time go? Nice, thank you.
Nice. That'll be fun.
We'll try and put the top few, the top last like 3. Wow, look at the way they're triangled out. Looks good.
Yep.
On
wants
even
to-
hotter because we want them to, sorry, Bess.
It's okay.
We want
Chris,
them to
what color do you have there?
Always.
drip onto there and have a tiny little cut mark.
You got to torch that little guy right there.
Michelle would like to know
Right
how
there.
many of you who are watching tonight watched show 200, almost 100 shows ago. We had Joe Smith doing music. We made giant things like the giant mug and the giant gnome. We had a ton of fun at that show. I can't believe we're already 100 shows later, but who's still here? Who's
Ready?
still around?
Yep.
Who watched that
Nice and
episode?
hot.
Oh yeah.
Robin says that's going to need a big box, Jake.
Yeah. Robin's thinking about
Oliver,
the
what
shipping.
color
Rob's
you
thinking
got?
about shipping.
I got
already.
red.
Sorry, Robin. This is where the weight on the very tip, the heavier it gets on the tip of the piece, the more stress there's being put on that connection, the punty on the bottom. So that's why, as much as I have time for, I'm torching this punny mark. And Oliver made a really proportionate punny to the size of this tree, and it's got a great connection, but
It
We're
looks
gonna swap
silly
it up
at
here,
first, but
Mom, we're gonna swap it up here.
as we
Oh,
get the
look at
leaves on here,
colors.
I know the color's looking phenomenal. What color are you bringing right now, Chris?
All right, Oliver.
Yellow.
All right,
Then
I'll
you can
bring-
go orange.
Got it.
Michelle, that song is stuck in my head now. What was that? The Sandman song is stuck in my head now. I know.
Me too.
Why did I start singing that?
What is this color?
Red.
The only downfall to an espresso before the show, and there is only one downfall, is that sometimes caffeine gives me sweaty hands.
Maybe not the hot glass.
No, it's usually not the hot glass. This is just a big piece on a stainless pipe to be having sweaty hands.
Carrie says, I watched show 100
ready.
and show 200. Sharon says, I've been around for a long time. Jody says, I watched it and loved it, and 100 as well. Both were amazing. Carol says, I'm still around. I'm addicted.
This is
That's
yellow.
orange, yellow.
So Michelle says, what would you guys
we'll
like
put
to see
it
on show
next to the
300?
yellow one,
Any
which is-
suggestions?
Yeah.
Any requests?
You know, maybe on top of those 2 red ones.
Detail pieces, big pieces, spin the wheel and see what comes out kind of pieces. Carolyn says, I watched show 200 as well as 100. Looking forward to show 300 from Massachusetts. Jody says, I was talking to my boss today and she mentioned that she collects gnomes, so naturally I directed her to your website,
orange?
hoping she becomes a fan as
Yeah.
well. Thank you, Jody. John is bringing us back to our apprentice question.
John.
Thanks for the reminder, John. So Michelle says, attention to detail. Eyes around them so they're aware of spatial and one step ahead of the glass blower. Like having a tool ready, knowing where they're going. John says, an apprentice must have the desire to learn and not be afraid to try something new or different. Doesn't matter the craft or trade, that's the recipe for an awesome apprentice.
Yeah. That's orange.
The ability to take criticism.
I was going to say a tough skin because it's a woman, sometimes it's snap.
Michelle says, tough skin.
Let me tell you, Jake is just so mean.
I fancy myself a very respectful gaffer. Things get difficult sometimes, for sure, but
I worked with Chris on Friday, and he made me cry.
Oliver, we're going to have to work on your tough skin, buddy.
But
Yeah,
just
working
from
on
my
it.
perspective, I don't want to be focusing about whether or not I'm hurting someone's feelings, and I do overthink all the time whether I'm being, respectful and making everything happen in a good manner. Let's do it. But on top of figuring out what the heck is even going on here, to then be wondering if the assistant or whoever's working with me is okay with what I just said, we don't need
Just
any
to
of that.
give you guys a heads up, I do have 2 giveaways this show, so stay tuned. I've got the $100 monthly
think,
November winner, and we've got our adorable little house
Probably
ornament that Jacob
three more maybe
grudgingly
after
made
this one.
last week. Carrie says, toughen up, Oliver.
Pardon?
Carrie says, toughen up.
Yeah, working on it.
That's silly.
Loretta says, good evening, everyone. Loretta, hello. If you're just joining, I gave you a shout out earlier. I said thanks for coming and saying hi.
Mrs. Iris.
Okay.
We've still got some amazing one-of-a-kind snowmen available on the table. Don't forget to check that out. I've been periodically putting the link in the comments.
Probably like 2 or 3 more, and one could be a little bit bigger than the last one just to fill in some good space, and then 2 more small toppers. Probably
So Oliver's is coming small, and I'll do a big one.
Sounds good.
beautiful.
If you guys are just hopping on, we're working on a custom order piece right now. So this is not for sale, but it is an amazing surprise gift for someone from someone. We're not releasing that information.
Any color on the big one?
I
Absolutely.
think
We
we
still
could
have
do
time
it
for an amazing
iris.
custom
You ready?
before Christmas
No.
if anybody's
Yeah,
interested.
it's on the other side of the tree. And I think having the top be kind of gold and not too powerful one way or the other is going to look good. I'm also trying to, with how big this has gotten, the base, which Chris did mention, is a little bit small down on the bottom. So I'm also at the same time trying to really evenly distribute these and not have one side be heftier than the other because of the weight of that base. We could, yeah. Ouch. You got a bubble in there?
Yes, I
Sweet.
do.
What color is this?
Red.
All right.
These next couple that are coming, you want to just call out what color you want?
Yeah, after I look at it, I will for sure.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready. We're gonna drop this one real hot. So I'm gonna torch the punny for a sec. You get it a little bit extra hot.
You got it.
I'll
I got
bring the
it.
soup on it. The purchaser suggested a color pattern like this. We had a different idea, and last weekend, this unknown individual. This was red?
Yes.
I'll just finish that sentence later.
I got it. Yeah, there's something like.
Yeah. So he's got a big iris one, and then Oliver, why don't you bring like a medium red one?
Coming right up.
Yeah, he is. All right. That one was the gold big one. Yep.
I can figure it out.
My fault. No, we're going to have to look at how his goes on. But I think that could be the last one. Coming in, Oliver.
Yep. Just let me know when you need to come out.
All right. That little extra heat. I'm going to torch the punny for 1 second.
Yep.
Can you turn down this torch? Oliver, I'm going to take another heat. No. Thank you.
Just like this?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I might have you do it on this one. Just trying to patch up this yellow bubble. Will you take one more heat on this?
Yep. You take that.
Just gonna need one more second, Oliver. Let's get one more heat out of this.
You got it.
All right.
Barely fits in the glory hole anymore.
It's a tight fit in there. It is a tight fit, folks. I'm going in with the double paddle here.
Also, Eric says that you look like a gnome with your hat, Jake.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. Nope, nope, nope.
Uncle Eric? I don't know. It's just his name is Eric.
No, no, no.
Hannah says the espresso does not only make Jake's hands sweat, but his eye. Hannah, you're so right. She said that when Jake drinks espresso, your ears turn bright red.
I am wearing a hat and I am sweating, and this is serious. Let's do it, Oliver. Will you give me a little bench blow on this one since you're here?
Yes.
Blow super light. Stop. Beautiful.
A little bit more on the yellow one after you put this on.
Okay.
John says, do you have a target number of layers or bubbles when you start making these, or do you just make it up as you go?
Yeah, I had some thoughts in my brain. All right.
Michelle says you have to
I'm
make sure
pretty
it's
confident
proportionate,
this will be
whatever
it.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good little spot.
Dad, you taking this heat for me?
As a reminder, our giveaway question tonight is, how do you watch The Gathering Point? Not only just if it's on FB or YT, but do you watch it by yourself, curled up on the couch with a blanket and your cat? Do you watch it with a group of friends or family? Do you make it a tradition every week to maybe watch it live or watch it on a replay? Do you watch it at work? Do you listen to it while you're driving home from work? If you aren't local, are you in the same time zone? I know that some people who watch us from Australia watch us getting ready in the morning for work or for school, which is fun. Let us know. You're going to send your answer to...
Just turn it a little
yeah,
slower
do you
if
watch
you
it
can.
today or tomorrow? Are you in the future? So you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Please put your answer and your name in the email because we like Donna and Donna likes your name. So we like to make Donna happy. So please tell us who you are so we know if you won. Karen says, did you guys ever name the furnaces?
Yep.
Michelle says, no, we still need to name them.
Said they wanted to name them and never followed through.
Okay. Do we want to add some extra strands?
A big bit down the side of it, and then like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
John says he uses his eyes to watch The Gathering Point.
How about some golden strands? Not too big so that they stiffen up nice and quick, but yeah. Extend the trunk extender. Yeah, I think just iris would be cool. Golden roots.
I still listen to things, though, when I'm driving. I listen to the staff meeting while I'm driving.
Fire up that torch on your way back by.
Annette says this piece is
Please.
amazing.
Sorry to take up most of the show, you guys. This originally was planned for a bubble show at one time. One more heat.
We have not had 300 show suggestions
All right,
yet.
Oliver.
Michelle is asking you guys, what do you guys suggest for us to make on the 300th show? Please give us suggestions. She said, otherwise we're just going to stand around and stare at the camera for 2 hours. James says he's down for that. I will not be here, so I will watch you guys stare at the camera for 2 hours. I'm going to log on just to watch you guys blankly stare.
With how much this tree's taken up on this show, we just might need to do another snow person themed show here pretty quick.
That's what I'm thinking. Did you run that through the pre-gnarl fire?
Yeah.
Somebody angry reacted to the show, which makes me really sad.
You want me hitting the punny?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm ready.
champagne flutes for the champagne toast at midnight.
Oh.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I mean, that's the question for the 300 show. Are we going to do our normal 6 to 8 slot, or are we going to do the 10 to midnight slot and compete with the ball drive?
6 to midnight.
6 to midnight.
6 to midnight. Cindy says, how much does this tree weigh right now?
About 250.
Oh, 300
Too
or
much.
400.
A lot.
I don't know. It's heavy. It's heavy. I mean, it is blown, most of it, but the extension of the extendo scenario.
Coming.
All right.
Tuck it. It's the tucker.
Tucker. Bam.
Tucking.
Tucking. Now, I like to see that the tree just bent a little bit. It means I got a good mass of heat on it.
Now, did that base get bigger in diameter?
It did. It also put some more weight down there.
Which is good.
So we're all set?
I think we're good.
So you think you're good for doing your thing, and I'll start gathering up our white gather?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what should happen here.
And Ollie, you're gloving it away?
Mary says,
About to
I'm
find
loving
out.
this just to see an amazing piece come to
I mean,
life. It's
you
an
could
honor.
very easily pick it up with the claw.
What did Mary say?
Underneath the
bubbles.
things. Not just underneath the bubbles. It's
Yeah.
easier than gloving it.
No. But we might just need to grind the bottom a little bit, which is okay.
Just for the record, though, don't
Stamp.
forget to reduce it. Oose it,
Thank
oose
you.
it, oose it, oose it, oose it.
And there's the stamp.
Jake, you want to take it away with the gloves? You want to do it with the claw? Go underneath the bubbles with the claw?
Whatever's gonna touch the bubbles the least amount.
Dave says, don't
I would
forget
think
the
the
reduction.
claw would be, because I
Thank
can
you,
hustle
Dave.
a little bit further with that.
I think the claw is probably the best way to go.
And we're gonna grind it on the bottom flat just because there's so many tendrils and whatnot. It only needs a little bit, but
It's going to be perfect.
can you torch? I don't want to get in there. Can you just torch right there? A little cut mark there.
Here?
Yep. You see it right in there. Now we should be good. All right, let's reduce it.
Nothing really happens to the red when it reduces.
Probably do two of these.
If you reduce it 4 or 5 times, the red will burn out. It'll get brown. It burns away all the precious metals in it.
Oh,
Copper
yeah.
burns out real bad.
That trunk is sweet.
Whoa. I think I'll hold off and just work these tongs.
Yep, get them real warm. Here we go. I'm gonna try and knock this to you pretty hot,
And you're gonna
like right now.
you're
I'm
gonna
running to the door.
Don't need to torch the bottom either.
you're gonna bonk it towards you, right? With the bonker. You're gonna hold it straight up in the air for me. Yep.
It may or may not. I mean, it should stand, but it might just be a little wobbly right now.
Jake is just intently watching.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Let's go. That's a
puppy.
sweaty piece.
That was pretty heavy.
It was.
Nice
sure
work,
was.
Jake. Nice
Jake,
work.
Awesome job.
Nice bubbles. Thanks, Oliver.
All right, it is 7:20. Should I do some housekeeping?
Please.
All right, very cool.
We just want to stay right in the action.
Need water.
So I've got 2 giveaways for you guys this week. Our first giveaway is our $100 monthly November winner. And the e-news question for that was, we're dreaming of a signature snow person for this holiday season that wears a unique hat. Which hat style appeals to you the most? Some people say the classic top hat. Some people say, I'd like to see a birthday hat. Ooh, I like that. That's a cute idea. You know, like the little cone with the little, yeah. Cute. Baseball cap. I like the Santa hat. A lot of people say Santa hat. Cowgirl hat. Let's see here. Lots of top hats, Santa hats. Christmas tree hat. A football helmet. That would be an interesting one. Our winner for our $100 gift card for the month of November says, I like the snow hat with the pom-pom on it. So, congratulations to Lynn. You're going to get an email from Donna on how to redeem your gift card. I don't know if you guys can hear Jake yelling in the background. But you're going to get an email from Donna on how to redeem your gift card. That is good for either shopping online or in person if you're local. It's good for product or for classes, so congratulations, Lynn. Next up is my house ornaments, which is, help me out, Michelle. There we go. So Michelle's showing it off. It's our cute house ornament that Jake begrudgingly made, but it turned out very, very cute. So our question for that one last week was, if you could try out any job for a year without risk, what would it be? Let's see here. Some people said glass blowing would be cool to try. Somebody says, I would love to be a Muppet puppet builder. That sounds fun. An excursions agent on a cruise ship, server in a restaurant, NASCAR driver. Let's see here. The Queen of England. All right, very cool. Nurse in the military, groundskeeper. I'm reading upside down. A pastry chef or an astronaut. I would like to be a fashion designer. Somebody just said, I am really not sure. There's a lot to choose from, and that's okay. I understand that. Our winner said that they would like to be a cross-country driver. That sounds fun. Cross-country driver.
Rider?
Driver, like driving across the country. See a lot of cool things. So congratulations to Ruth. You win the house ornament. So you're also going to receive an email from Donna on how to get your ornament. If you are local, you can come by and come pick that up. Or if you're not local, Donna's going to let you know about how to get that shipped to you. But congratulations.
Did we hand model it?
You can hand model it if you'd like. It's a
Incredible.
Cool color. Very nice. Turned out really nice.
Out of control.
A little chimney on it. Our giveaway question for this week is, how do you watch The Gathering Point? So, do you watch it live? Do you watch a replay? Do you watch it on FB or YT or both? Do you watch it by yourself, curled up on the couch with a blanket and your favorite cocktail and your cat? Do you watch it with your friends and your family? Send us an email to enews@glassacademy.com with your name and your answer to win whatever we decide is the giveaway this week. We haven't decided that yet.
You got to send it.
We got to send it.
Got to send it.
Back to you, Jake.
So we're going to go for another spin here. What do you say, James?
I'm ready. I mean, are we ready then?
I'm ready. Chris is ready.
I didn't too early last time.
It was a
Hit
practice.
it, James.
It was a practice.
Something incredible is about to happen. It's about to happen right now. There it is.
It's the longest
Again.
drop.
Is this thing weighted at the bottom?
That's the
I
last
think it is.
one.
I think
That's
it
the
is.
last one I wrote on there, and it's got glue on it or something.
Great spin. It was a great spin. Dr. Seuss it is. The other thing I wanted to mention briefly as I look at the comments here, how's the quality of the video looking? Pretty good?
Looks good on my end. Is
Okay.
something wrong on
Look
your
a little
end?
fuzzy over there. Let me just take a look at this, lens. Can't really
That
see
is some
much with the
creamy looking
LED.
glass.
I know. I'll get out of your way.
Look how creamy that glass is.
Yes, what I wanted to say about FB and YT, that stands for Facebook and YouTube, is that last week I had mentioned that you all were maybe a little caught up in the show and weren't liking the feed as you were watching it. And so I'll remind you that you can subscribe to either one of our channels. You ring the bell on YouTube and you subscribe for notifications. Carrie has taught me all about YouTube notifications. I really understand it now, and you can get notified as soon as we go live on both Facebook and YouTube. So that's incredible. But also we ask that right now, if you're in a capable situation, you have thumbs that work, if you'd go to the liking zone and like the feed that you're watching and boost the algorithm and get it going for us, you guys.
Do it 5 times in a row.
If you can do it 5 times and that's not just on, off, then do it. I think it's different on each platform.
Chris gave me caffeine today, and I swear I have the giggles now.
It happens to the best of us. So Chris is shaping it up. A lot of what we talked about this weekend and making these bodies is it's really difficult, and I mentioned at the very beginning of the show, to create a 3-bump snowman without over sculpting the glass.
Oh, no.
Huh? I'm not making it.
This is a 3-bump. They said 3-bump. Everyone
It's
was
looking
yelling
like
3-bump.
3-bumper. Yeah.
Well, we'll get it done, but whatever.
So we'll do a 3-bump, and then we might just go right into the giveaway. We'll see what the timing looks like. But notice how Chris is shaping it up with the marver and not touching the back, almost the back entire bump. Is something funny, Bess?
I've had such a long time.
Something's going on with Bess.
Watch
folks.
out over there. And that was the end of it.
The magic latte.
Don't spit your water out
Don't
of your
be asking
nose,
any
Bass.
important questions. But that's going to allow for, and the way I broke it down on the microphone was that when you're blowing glass on a blowpipe like this, and what I like to mention very frequently
Blow.
is that when you take a reheat, the first thing to go in is this top
Stop.
bump. The last thing to come out is that top bump. So even if it's a difference of 1 second or a half a second either way, that's a full second of extra heat, and that's a lot, actually, in 2,500 degrees
Blow.
that the head's getting. And then at the same time, the pipe is back here cooling down
Good.
that bottom mass that's closest to the pipe. So it's really difficult to get this gradient of air mostly blown out through the bottom. So by marvering it on the table there and doing just that taper, it stiffens up the top 2 bubbles, leaves the bottom one a little bit more voluptuous.
And I'm telling you, there's nothing better than a voluptuous snowman bottom.
He said it, folks.
Hold it together, Bass. Hold it together. 2 things here real quick, if you don't mind. One, I'd like to give a shout out to my fiance Kayla. It's her birthday today.
Happy
So happy birthday to Kayla.
birthday!
Let's
Before we
go.
get
She
into
just
this
turned
piece.
how old? 32?
20 young.
20 young?
Hello?
Is that like, what does that mean? 21, no way.
Good.
Kayla? She's got to be like, what?
He's
I'll take
not
an
allowed
actual
to
guess.
say her
You better,
age.
listen, you better not, or she's gonna fight you.
That's why she said 20 young. It is somewhere in that range.
Is young like
Youthful,
anyone that
spry.
is in the 20s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Understood.
So not
in her
me.
20s.
How
Yeah,
about some
Bess just
eyeballs?
turned like
Eyeballs
what?
coming right up.
30.
Just 30.
30?
Just 30. Thank you. You don't need to add any more years to that than necessary.
Oh, boy.
But then Jake,
Oh,
29.
Michelle,
Michelle's younger than me,
29.
actually.
That's a fact, folks. Michelle had a birthday yesterday.
Oh,
Michelle's
happy
birthday is right before
birthday.
Kayla's.
So Kayla and Michelle both had birthdays within 24 hours of each
Right
other,
in the
depending
middle.
on the moment they were born. And
Yep.
Michelle doesn't have a microphone, but I'm sure they can hear you.
I think that's my age.
How was your birthday?
Oh my God, it was incredible.
What'd you do? Anything special?
Potluck and sauna.
Michelle said she did a potluck and sauna. Was the
She did the
potluck in the
payroll.
sauna?
did the payroll,
That's-
how it working?
She did
That's
payroll.
special birthday action.
Yeah.
Then we did on a farm. We did a potluck and a sauna.
Yeah, it was good.
It was incredible.
Very cool.
It was really good.
All right, I get to do whatever I want on this thing?
Dr. Seuss.
wise? All right, I'm going to need double whammy bits. Red, white, red, white, red, white. Let's go.
Mary has
size?
a question.
Big red one first.
Mary has a question.
This one's going on the marver.
What happens if you inhale in the pipe instead of blowing through it?
Let's take a look, you guys. Right now.
Pineapple mold.
Nothing. I couldn't inhale. There's such a tiny little hole in this pipe that literally the amount of air that's in there is so small that you can't even get like a tiny little mouthful. So, no, it doesn't happen.
Tobias says, hi from Las Vegas. My youngest niece and I just joined the party.
Nice.
Woo! What can I get some
You're
direction
bringing me a
on
white
this?
one.
What is it for? What's
I'm
the
doing
size?
a big white brim, then doing white, red, going up. That's the Dr. Seuss hat.
Ah.
Like Cat in the Hat.
So that doesn't mean it's too big. You're dropping that now, squasher.
I've got red here.
Yep, that's what I want. Bring it on.
We've got a lot of happy birthday Michelles in the comments.
Lift up.
I'm just bringing another.
You're gonna bring a red one.
And now that we are
Half that size.
That was really satisfying.
half
to watch
that
you
size.
split
Yep.
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I might get 2 off of that, Jake.
Yeah, I figured out.
So if you do a big one, I'll take 2 off of it, Ollie.
I'd like to know some of the most outrageous nicknames out there in the chat.
Oh no.
Could you monitor that for us, Bess?
Nicknames of what?
Well, I was thinking of themselves,
Oh.
but it could be anything. I don't know.
Ready?
Do you have like an outrageous childhood nickname, Jake?
I don't.
It's just Jake.
Yeah, I think it was Jake. One kid called me Jacoby one time.
Oh, just one time.
It was more like 3 times, but didn't really stick.
Jake bought him
this
right
bit just
after.
did to the door.
My
Yeah.
dad, growing up, actually my whole dad's side of the family called me Yoomsley.
You ready for me, Oliver?
Yoomsley?
Yep.
Yoomsley.
Show it quick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I gotta take a flash.
What does that mean?
Guess I
So
can cut backwards.
I couldn't say my name when I was little. Bethany Williams was a mouthful for a kid. So instead of Bethany, I said Bessie. And then instead of Williams,
Could have brought
I
me
said
that other
Ooms.
half.
So then that
We're
turned
doing
into
like 6
Bessie
of them in a row.
Ooms, and then that evolved into Yoomsley. You know how like you have a cat name and it just keeps changing
keeps
into something
going.
else? I was basically a cat in my childhood.
It's kind of a
yes.
cool name. It's unique.
So that involves none of my
Yep.
passwords. Thank you, James.
I just learned that Matt's childhood nickname, our Matt here at the Glass Academy, was Poncho, or one of his names.
Poncho.
Because I was singing this song that was all about Poncho. And he would just like walk by and did his Matt special, you know, whisper some knowledge move. And he was like, that was my nickname.
Annette says hers is Nutsy.
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 I hope it wasn't because you're crazy.
Linda says her mom called her Linda Dinda.
Oh.
Oliver, did you have a special nickname?
A lot of people, like my family, called me Ollie when I was growing up, but my younger uncle used to call me Meatloaf.
Nemo, like the fish?
No, Meatloaf, like the food.
Oh, meatloaf.
Home Depot?
No.
That's all I could hear.
Pammy says Dad called me Bullfrog because I had a gravelly voice as a kid. That's a fun one.
It's nice.
Did you ever answer the apprentice question?
No, Jake is avoiding that one.
Jake's avoided that one.
Yeah.
The apprentice question?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I just threw my 2 cents in. I think those guys hit a lot of the points.
Dana says, Dana has been my nickname since I was little, but I was also called Woodstock. One of the older girls in our neighborhood was Snoopy, and they called me Woodstock because I was her shadow. Cute.
That's cool.
Robin, you're going to need a tall box for this one, too.
This thing's getting tall, folks. Better watch out. This one's going
ready,
to be
Ollie?
for sale, and this one's for sale whether you guys are a
Last one.
subscribed paying member or not. This is no special access. This is you're watching the show live, and as always, if somehow they don't sell during the show, we'll do the anneal reveal to members on Thursday, and then they will stay on the website for about a week up until next week's show. And to find this, you want to go to the Gathering Point tab up on the very top of our website, glassacademy.com. We had a discussion this week about where,
Scarf
if it's
first.
under the shop tab or where it's at, if you want to purchase something on the show. And a lot of times you got to do it quick, too.
The hat marber.
Yeah. So we'll give you a visual of that pretty soon here, maybe by next show. But you'll notice on the home page there's a whole tab for the Gathering Point. And when you click that tab, you can go right to shop items on the show. And as we make these pieces, Bess is right there ready to load them up on the website. And there obviously won't be a picture of them because we're in the middle of streaming a show. And the colors aren't true. This is a Dr. Seuss bright red and white hat. Am I just, are you going to need this? Or
Yeah, I want to make a scarf out of it.
Okay.
So you can take this.
All right. There won't be a picture, there'll be a description. And I think, Bess, do you always number them based on what order they were made on the
Yes.
show?
Yep, they're always listed in the same order.
So this would be number 2.
Yes. Well, no, this would be number 1 because it's the first one available to the public. The Loyalty League is its own thing.
I gotcha. There
so
you go.
If the tree had been available, the tree would have been number 1, but that was a custom order, so now
Got
this
it.
one's number 1.
Got it. That's a cool looking hat. Nice eyes on there, beautiful brim, little motion of the body, perfectly proportioned.
Someone said you sounded like a sportscaster, and there it is.
Hey, I'm just
Okay,
getting out
my
all
friend.
the information I can as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Oliver, you had the luxury of working with the assistance of Brendan and Matt when you're rotating at various different times. What would you say the top qualities of either those guys or qualities you wish they would have had were in an assistant?
Oh man, that's an excellent question. I think some of it's just like time spent with your gaffer, like knowing. Give me 1 second after the cough.
Hand me those shears, Jake, would you, the little ones?
It's really easy working with you and Chris, because even if I'm not bringing the best bits in the world, you guys can typically handle it and make it work and wrangle it. And there's like a lot of wrangleability that you two have that's really nice. But if I gaff, I don't quite have that same level of wrangleability. So to know that when you're working with me, that's actually when you need to be on your A game is really important. To have that
Right.
understanding of your partner's like ability is really important.
100%, and I would even second that in saying that when we're looking to design products and products in the future that you and Matt are going to be making together, which you guys do already make a few different products, that product design and the repeatability of those products needs to be something in your guys' ballpark that you could tag team with each other and
Yeah.
keep that consistency together and have a high success rate, and that's just part of the process there.
I would like to think that I have that down to the level I need to, but I do know that if I got a day where I'm assisting Matt, I want all my bits at their best they can be for him at the perfect temperature.
That's right.
Are we putting in arms, schnoz? What are we doing? All right, got schnoz and on a patty.
I love the little droop in the hat. It's perfect.
Yeah, I agree. We
I'm going to mention to you guys, I just dropped a link in the comments to
Arms.
our new sweatshirt style.
Okay.
We've got
We'll put a
a
schnoz on,
fun
we'll put
quote
arms
on
on.
the sweatshirts this time. It
do
says,
it.
"It's the bomb diggity." So shout out to Net for being one of the first people to grab one of our new sweatshirts. But we do have those available now in multiple colors.
Okay,
They're pretty
iris
fun.
arms.
I'm bringing the arms here next.
So we are going to decide, Michelle and I were whispering behind the scenes about the plan and the timing and OT and not OT and how it all goes down here in the shop.
This is going to be done in like 3 minutes.
And this is just a beautiful scenario we're in. We're going to put some arms on this and make this a baller snowman. When Chris
take it
is
just
on
the way it
run,
is. Don't even have to flash it.
he's going to run.
I don't mind the texture.
So we've got a amazing specialty show coming up for our Christmas show. And I don't know if we're going to give away any details on that or just surprise everybody, but it's going to be a sweet one. That'll be released on Christmas Day, which is 2 Tuesdays from now.
No, Christmas is Wednesday, the 24th. It's going to be released on the 24th.
Christmas Eve, that's right. It'll be released on Christmas Eve, 2 Tuesdays
We
from
know
now.
what day these things are coming on.
We sure do. And then next week, we've got an incredible show lined up as well with some pretty exciting things that, we don't normally
go right
stock
for the
in the
patty as soon as
gallery.
you
We're
give
going
me
to
that.
have a beautiful virtual gallery with some one-and-done products. But on the show specifically, we're going to be making, I'll just say that it's going to be some tableware. It won't be a drinkware show, but it's going to be some serious, creative, one-of-a-kind pieces. And I think you might want to tune in 6 to 8 next week, show 298.
Throw in some suggestions.
And it would be a great thing to tally up here if people wanted to answer in 5 words or more. What would their top 2 or 3 products be that they want to see made with the large glory hole, the large reheating chamber on the far side of the shop when we do our New Year's Eve 300 show? It's going to be an extended show, but the longer pieces that we do, or the bigger pieces we do, the longer they take. You saw how that worked with the bubble tree. So we might not be able to get more than 3 pieces done. But if there's
Red
3
and
products
orange?
that we've made that you want to see jumbo and super detailed, let us know. Put it in the chat right now, folks.
Yeah.
5 words or more. I want to see this and this and this and this. Huh?
He's a cutie.
Orange and red base. Is that like a little red that got sunburnt?
Well, it's Dr. Seuss was all orange and reds and yellows. He was all super bright.
Ah,
Little granny apple green.
nice base, Oliver. A nice swirl on it. He's got the stamp. Oliver's got this down to a science. If I stepped in here, I might just cause issues. So I'm gonna let him handle that.
Oh, thanks, man.
John says, is show 300 going to be live?
Oh yes, John.
Live music.
That's right, you heard it. Joe Smith and his super creative glass-blowing, gathering point-specific songs are going to be back in the house. We're going to have him set up with his lights over here, singing in between each set of glass-blowing that we do. It's going to be ridiculous, and I can't wait to have him back. That'll be his 3rd show working with us. He's got awesome proportions.
I love his hat.
And members, stay tuned for an exciting invite potentially about the 300 show. If you're not a member, you can still watch the base, sign up.
Annette says she'd like to see an extra large gnome. Annette, have you seen the guy hanging out up top?
Oh, and that. We have figured out our
Pam
knobs.
says a slug the size of a guinea pig for the garden. I would love that.
Really nice.
Nice snow person.
Yes.
Yes. I'll blow the bubble out and you can wrap it up based on what gets spun on the wheel.
Are you saying we need one more
And Dad,
wheel
you
spin?
can holler at Bess too at her clipboard.
Yep. So this is going to be the giveaway, guys. And you know how to win the giveaway. You got to answer the question, what do you watch? How do you watch The Gathering Point? That's the question. You put it into eNews at glassacademy.com. You could win this amazing giveaway. We're going to roll or spin the wheel for the giveaway. Hoi! It's going to be a Dr. Seuss one. If it does 3 times, I owe you dinner. And if it doesn't go 3 times, you owe me dinner. Odds are perfect.
Those don't sound like good odds, but I know how this wheel works. You're getting dinner.
All right. Looks like Chris, you owe him dinner.
3 in a row, I'll gladly take you to dinner.
Do it again.
Wow.
Do it again. Maybe spin it the other way.
Give it the mojo. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Snow Witch with a broom for a single bumper. 10 minutes. We got to hustle. We can do it. I can make a small broom.
All right. Oliver and I will make the snow person. You make the broom.
All right. I'll just be over here on my own making a broom.
We'll see you later.
No bits needed.
For the witch's hat.
Dana says it's rigged.
It might be rigged.
It is rigged.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to cover the white with the green. Yup.
What? No. What?
The second gather clear gets covered with green, remember?
I don't remember, but I'll do something like that.
Do a witch hat with a bird.
Yeah. I don't know. Why is there a difficult decision in the air?
I feel like that's a very niche giveaway.
Yeah.
The-
I mean, which hat and a broom is, but when it turns green, I don't know.
Come on, Bubble. Aha.
Well, we don't need
Find
any
the
green then,
bubble.
Ollie. Unless it's going to go on the hat.
What is that, pine tree?
No, this is chartreuse.
Oh.
Hey, I'm
but
just making
I
the
pulled
broom.
this is blackout right here.
Gotcha.
I feel like a witch's hat is black. All right, so
All right,
Jake's
here's our
shaping that
ball.
up. He's got the bubble in there. Now we're just cooling that down so we can gather over it with more clear crystal. Audrey, age 7, says, make it Wicked themed.
So should it be green and what? Is it pink or is it purple? What? Wicked? Green?
No, it's chartreuse green.
And what else is another color?
Yeah, but
That's what I was asking.
Wicked is like new green or white.
Not chartreuse.
Well, it could be chartreuse. It is kind of chartreusey.
So then that's cool, but isn't there a secondary accent color in there or no?
Hey, I'm making the broom.
Oh.
Oh, James, you don't know that Jake doesn't know any movie ever. Jake only knows Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's it.
I did a long time ago. Oliver, will you pull it out?
The chartreuse?
Yeah, real quick.
Chartreuse?
Chartreuse coming up.
So let's get off of the topic of movies. I will make a green Witchy Poo special
He's
here.
going to need the chartreuse like right now.
Yep, getting it.
Meow.
I got to
Here
put
comes-
color away.
Here comes Witchy
Oh.
skin.
Witchy skin.
That's right.
We only got every tray being used right now.
Did anybody even see the movie Wicked?
Kayla just saw it like a couple days ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about anybody in the chat? Dad, did you see it?
Audrey,
I don't
age
think it's
7
come
saw
out
it.
in New Zealand yet. Aren't they like a couple days behind us or something? They don't, because maybe they didn't put it out there yet because they're behind. Didn't it just come out? Because it's either Australia or New Zealand are the farthest behind us or in front of us.
And we do have viewers in New Zealand and Australia. He did. I was confused too, but sometimes you got to just kind of roll with that.
Everyone knows that this movie hasn't come out in Brazil yet.
Sharon,
Just say yes, Jake.
of course I have.
He's seen it.
That's a good one.
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie.
I love it when they drove their buggy off the cliff. Remember the two Muppets?
Jake remembers.
Yeah, I remember.
Jake remembers.
I remember.
Oh, that was Thelma and Louise. I don't know.
Yes. Michelle would like me to mention to you guys again. I know I talked about it earlier, but I'll talk about it again. We've got some merch. I know I just ordered for our 2025 calendar.
Hey, let's go.
We've got a couple different types of sweatshirts. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link to that one more time in the comments.
Merch.
I also do have to give away
Hello? Stop. Hello? Stop. Oh. A little bald head.
Yeah, little bald top.
Oh, witch's hat going on there.
Sent in her answer to the giveaway question, and she said, "Sitting in my chair with my mouth hanging open. You guys amaze me. How fun." Thanks, Connie. So you're going to send your answer, like I said, one more time to
Black.
enews@glassacademy.com.
You need eyes.
How do you watch
Oh,
the
that's
Gathering
right.
Point?
I got the eyes. If there's a stringer. Thank you, sir.
Amy sent in her answer already and says, "On my phone while I do stuff on my computer, I cook or clean and listen to my show on my headset." Yeah, absolutely.
Jake's doing the eyes on his own, folks.
So you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com.
I don't know if you noticed or not,
Let us know
Jake.
how you watch it.
On that last one, can I
where
talk
you
to while
watch
you're doing
it,
this?
when
Yeah.
you watch it.
Bess is talking, though.
Chris, Pammy says, "Excuse me, but we're 16 hours ahead."
All right, that's perfect then.
So they got it before we did. What did you say, Dad?
That's all right.
Sharon says, "Jake, she gave you the CD. You have no excuse."
Oh my God, she did. It's still sitting on my shelf, Sharon. I don't have a CD player. That was right after my computer that had a CD player on it.
Do you not have one? Well,
Bit
I
the
guess you don't
dust.
have your old car anymore.
I don't even have one in the truck. I put the new thing in there. It doesn't have a CD player. But could I even watch a movie in a
That's
car?
illegal.
No, I guess you can. I was thinking like an actual CD to listen to, but
If you
no.
had a Tesla, you probably could.
So, well, that would be called a DVD then, right?
No, there's CDs.
No,
CD
no.
movies.
Listen to a CD.
No.
No. You listen to a CD, you play a DVD, like on the screen.
Digital, video, digital. DVD, digital, video, digital.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Let's do it, Oliver.
Shut it down, Jake.
So this is the witch's hat brim.
Yeah. Witchy poo.
Ooh, I got to sneak in here to get
What
a
you
shot
gonna
of it.
do?
I love that
Watch
squish.
this.
Ooh, the roll.
Work it, work it.
It's an interesting color right now from the heat.
It's a cool color. Black's one of those colors you can really see the heat distribution super well. Same with cobalt blue. You really know when you're getting warm and you got to take it easy. I guess for me, it's when my ears get red. You're going to give it a little bit of conage.
It's going to be a witch's hat. Period.
Do I need to do anything special for the brim of a witch's hat?
Sorry, everybody. I just went limp in the arm for a second. I was looking at Jake, and then all of a sudden the camera was just flighting off.
It's bound to happen every time Chris gets on the camera at least once.
I forgot it was in my hand. I was thinking
tough.
about the witch's hat. Sorry, everybody.
I'll get you a good angle of this hat edition.
Yeah, make the cut in the back, too.
That's a good idea. Faux show. After
right.
just doing 2 weeks full of gnome hats.
So this is the witch's hat application going on right now on this green
Applicating.
witch's hat that's something to do with a movie. I don't remember
You're
the
being
name.
banned from the
It's
camera.
way greener than it looks right now, folks.
Oh, that's right where you needed it. The low boy.
Applicating.
The low boy.
That is quite a pointy hat.
So I might have to start working on the broom now.
Hence the reason I took the camera back.
Thanks.
And
Thanks, broom instigator.
I could jump in here if you'd like.
And Oliver, I might have to have a bristle application from you in a minute now that, or Michelle could bring me a tobacco bristle.
If Michelle brings a tobacco bristle, that makes this a four team giveaway.
that is
Paddle
true.
it or something. I want to get it on this.
The bristle.
Oh, tobacco bit like the size of, oh no, almost though. You can get ready.
Whoa,
Kinda do some
look at that.
calisthenics.
That's a power hat.
Yeah, it is. It's a giant hat.
Woo!
Big hat, big witch.
That's right. It doesn't really slow her down when she's flying through the zone either.
The zone.
What is the zone?
It's the
Oh,
sky.
that looks super cool. Chris working on the broom.
Just want to see height-wise about that height with some bristles on it. I better go.
This is going to be a heck of a giveaway, you guys. You can win this for free. And look at how round the belly of that flying witch will be.
Jake, how do they win it for free?
I'm ready, Shell.
Well, all they have to do
Is answer the question on the screen.
send the answer to
enews@glassacademy.com.
woo.
You can pull.
There it
put the color
is,
on and
written
pull all
out
that
for
off.
the
Yep, I'll
eyeball.
take it all. Thank you.
And now Michelle is involved in the creation of this giveaway 4-team super process.
Bess made a really good point. Is there something that she can paddle so we can make it a 5-team?
Bess can put the GA stamp in the base.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna stick it on this way. Flip.
Is that the witch's plunger?
So, did anybody say if they watched the movie Wicked in the chat?
I've watched the movie Wicked in the chat.
Well,
Jessica says you might say that this hat is defying gravity.
this hat?
This hat.
It depends on which way it's flying. It's bending to the left. She might just be moving to the left in the air, you know, going that way.
Super fast at Mach 10.
Yeah.
With the hat
It's a pretty stiff hat. It takes a lot to give it that little bend.
You want to heat up the side of the?
Yeah. We're glass artists. We're not realists. Yeah, the real witch snow.
What do you
person.
think? The side of the brim of the hat?
Probably.
Just hit the
Should
side
I
of the
make
brim
a little
and then one
crevice?
side. Yeah, that side or this side?
Well, this side.
Okay.
So then it'll hit the
Then you're
hat.
gonna put that straight up, and I'll attach it right now.
You want me to give it a little dent spot in there
Just
or no?
scooch it out a little bit. No, it'll dent itself. Line the bottom up to the bottom of the guy.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
This the distance. Like that.
Oliver, help. The floor is exploding.
That only happens every now and then.
It actually happened 2 days ago. It was the first 2 times I've seen it in a long time.
So we want to attach it right to the side with a torch.
It is pretty hot. It's already kind of on there.
Flip it.
Yeah, that's going to be right in the puddle. It's perfect.
Good kind of guess.
That's a
for
great
it.
application.
Super nice.
I'll gather up the base.
It's always a good feeling when you can smell the concrete burning. That's how you know you're getting creative.
Yeah, that's when the real glass blowing happens.
Remember, this is going to be bright green. Oh, a little schnoz right on cue.
Just for you.
Is this anything special about this, or is this just classic?
It's a schnoz.
Should be green.
Does Wicked have any kind of weird looking witch nose?
Well, it's a snow wicked person, so
Right.
it still has a carrot.
Is the
Magic
person's
carrot?
name Wicked, or
Is
is
it
what
like
they
a rotten
do
carrot?
wicked?
Is it a what?
Like a rotten carrot? 'Cause
No, it's like a really nice carrot. It's
This
just a
one
high
could go
quality
viral.
carrot. You think,
ready for me to
a
go,
witch
Jake?
can't
I'm
garden
ready.
and grow a carrot?
It's true.
Known
Big reveal.
fact.
She's a cutie.
This was a nice. Oliver hit me when I was taking the gather.
I did.
Are you blaming
They
it on the
saw-
assistant?
They saw that.
Didn't everyone see it?
Oliver was talking into the camera at that moment.
Yeah.
It's a gold stick, isn't it? So I'll be reducing this broom.
That's right.
Really nice right now.
Well, the broom, the stem, the top will stay the same.
The broom is pretty flowing.
All right, Bess, if
Reduce-
you're going to stamp this, you better
reducing.
get ready.
I'm here.
Torchy, you take
Right.
this.
Yep. Torching it.
Watch out for that pen.
Doing it right there. And you don't have to push too hard.
Okay.
Just hard enough. Go for it.
I guess you could call this the moment.
Nice. Do you
gonna-
want
It
these,
is.
Jake?
It was way softer
Yes.
than I thought it was.
I'm gonna grab this witch right by the face.
Very nice.
Yes, and you got the broom in there.
The Dr. Seuss Snowman is now available for you guys.
Oh my gosh. That is a giveaway right
That
there,
is
folks. For the
quite a
people.
giveaway.
I'm surprised we have to put that photo of that on online.
I'm picking its nose.
That's good.
do
Taking
it.
it away.
Just be careful not to touch the base because the thing will stick to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
One more time,
Yep.
the giveaway question for you guys to win that amazing snowman. I've got it up on the screen. It is how do you watch The Gathering Point? Do you watch it on YT, FB, both of them? Do you watch it by yourself? Do you watch it with friends or family? Do you watch it maybe while you're doing other things? Do you watch it live? Do you watch it as a replay?
Do you listen to it
Do you listen to
while
it
you're swimming
while you're swimming? Okay, or in the sauna,
in the sauna?
at a potluck.
Birthday sauna?
Send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Put the answer and your name in the email, and you'll get entered to win that really fun snow person.
I did want to mention something, folks.
Let it be known then.
It is
Oh,
about
boy.
6 or 7 minutes past 8 o'clock, which means we went into OT.
Yeah.
It's some type of freak coincidence that the last 2 Wings games have gone into OT. So because of that, we want to say, let's go Red Wings.
You heard it here.
The Dr. Seuss Snowman found its home. Congratulations. You
Nice.
Quick fingers.
Quick fingers.
No
And-
chance to purchase that one though. That's the giveaway piece.
The
This
Witchy
next
Poo's
one.
going to find her.
Table
Her
is
home.
live all week, Michelle says. We've still got some amazing one-of-a-kind snow people available, so check it out.
One and done. It's the only
Absolutely.
opportunity. We
All
appreciate you guys very much. Show 298 coming up next week, a couple shows away from our big New Year's Eve show. Big
Craziness.
happy birthday to Michelle. Big happy birthday to Kayla, Oliver's fiance.
Happy birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday, Kayla.
And isn't that what Frosty said when he woke up and came alive?
It is. He did say happy birthday.
Happy birthday! See you guys.
Have a good night.